Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is a swing trading tutorial. I'm going to be using the Swing Trading Bundle. I'm going to be using the Trading View version, but it works for lots of other platforms, and the links below you'll be able to check them all out. Now, there's some technical analysis I'm going to do in here using tools that are available on any platform really, just looking at channels and support and resistance zones, looking at the behavior of the trend currently on YUM, and then looking for that Elliott wave move. So first of all, I've gone to the weekly time frame. I'm going to be trading this off the daily time frame, and you'll see some entries and things here, but I don't want to talk about that right now. I just want to talk about how it's behaving on the weekly and what's happened in the past to help us figure out what's going to happen next. So this is the weekly time frame. As we can see on here, using our Auto Harmonic Pattern, we completed a crab pattern back in March 2020. After the pandemic pullback, we completed in the automated completion zone, and the recovery since then, the bullish move, the resulting bullish move from that harmonic pattern completed on the weekly has been pretty phenomenal. So that's one good thing to show us that we're in a good strong bullish trend, and that resulted after a harmonic pattern completed on the weekly, which is, it doesn't happen very often, especially in the automated completion zone. Harmonic pattern is part of that swing trading bundle. The next thing I've done is actually put together a channel here, because this is quite a tight channel that we've got, that we are basically respecting in this move. We're coming to test the upper bound, we're coming down a lot of the time, coming down to test the center line of that channel, and occasionally we've tested the bottom just recently, and then back in July 21. So this defines the trend, if you like. One thing I've also put on there is a support and resistance zone from this A pivot from the crab pattern. Very important here, to this recent pivot that tested the upper bound of the channel there recently. So we came to test again. So we tested here, and this resulted in this big move down. Then the resulting bullish trade from the harmonic pattern has been fantastic, but when we reached that price area again, we had a slight pullback, which is normal, but we can actually define that on our chart here for our support and resistance zone. Now what's happened is we came up to test the upper bound, hang on to this channel, we've come back down to test the lower bound of the channel, but also this support and resistance zone acting as support. So this behavior is very, very good. We can see on the weekly we've had a wave 4 pullback into our green zone. That means there's an 85% probability we're going to go on and hit that fifth wave target zone. That fifth wave target zone is at the upper bound of this trend channel again. So fantastic news. Let's go down to the weekly. The daily, but that was the weekly. So this, now we've had a wave 4 pullback on the daily time frame. This is that support and resistance zone that we talked about before. Again, into the green zone, wave 4 pullback. We're wanting to be trading this fifth wave. We have got earnings in a week, which is a little concerning, but look at the earnings reactions previous. We had a good bullish move there to take us to the top of the channel. We had a little bullish move there as well, which attempted this support and resistance zone. So the last three, we were the third one back, we're pretty sideways, but then we got these xBratAlgo signals, which is part of the Swing Trading Bundle as well, to give us that nice long just there. So previous earnings to that, so the last 4 earnings during this trend have been some bullish reactions. So laws of averages here, and again, there's nothing set in stone with this, but we've got a lot of evidence, a lot of behavior using this Swing Trading Bundle to say, hey, this is a good strong probability, and earnings could be that catalyst to actually catapult that trade to that fifth wave target zone. So we want to be in. And yesterday we printed a 5-star xBratAlgo long. So not only now have we got that Elliott, the fifth wave for the Elliott wave indicator suite, both on the weekly and the daily. The fifth wave target zone for that, the middle of that fifth wave is about $140, and that's at the upper bound of this current channel currently. That's good, but now we've got this xBratAlgo. Now 6-star is the highest probability, but 5 stars, 11 out of 12 points of control. So this is a strong, high probability trade. We've gone weekly, we've used multiple time frames, we've gone down to the daily, we've got great potential for the fifth wave move. We've got xBratAlgo getting us there, and to be honest, there's nothing holding us back and having an attempt at this, because now we've got to work out the risk to reward, which is pretty simple really. We always put the stop below the wave 4 pivot. Okay, the entry really for me just above the whole $127 mark, 127.09. So we're above these two pivot highs here, but also this clustering here where my cursor is. Let me just actually highlight that with a little rectangle. So this clustering here, I want to make sure I'm above that. Let's change that to yellow so you can see it. I want to make sure I'm above all of these highs, because we're rejected in this range, and I want to make sure I'm above this cluster. So 127.09, that gives us a risk to reward of 1 to 2 to the bottom end of this automated fifth wave target zone here. So we've got a great risk reward. We've got signals both on the weekly and the daily. We've done some work on the support and resistance zones, the channel. We understand how the trend is behaving. We go back to the weekly. We can see this came about. This current bullish trend, which is a strong one, came about after the harmonic pattern completed in the automated completion zone on the weekly. So there's a lot of evidence to say that this behavior is, it's strong. We can see that with the channel. We've got a great bullish trend, and there's no reason why this trend shouldn't continue. The past earnings have been great. There's a lot of weight in this trade setup, and this is why I'm going for it. This is just one trade that I've put on with my inner circle, and I think it's got a great potential. And we could see that, as long as earnings goes our way, like it has done for the last year or so, we could see if we tiptoe into this trade before earnings, we could see that as a good catapult to get us to that target zone. So great looking trade setup. Hopefully that's all made sense. Using lots of tools within the swing trading toolbox here. The links will be below. It's available for lots of platforms. Elliott Wave, xBratAlgo. We've got EMA clouds in there. There's lots of tools in there. The harmonic patterns to really help you generate lots of great swing trading opportunities. But of course, you still need to recognize support and resistance zones and how the trend is behaving within a channel. Hopefully this has helped with that also. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you all really soon.